Oh, dude, I went to the barbershop the other day.
And what happened?
I asked for the Snyder cut.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Welcome back to the Dirty Garage YouTube channel, guys. This is Kenny the Little Spoon.
And this is Melly Chivo.
There we go. Good, guys.
Yes, sir.
So, it's been 4 days since the Snyder cut release. We're a little bit late, but at least we're doing it. And I'm happy to say it. The movie, I'm going to go ahead and rate it right now. I'm going to give it an 8. Melvin, what do you give it?
I'm going to give it an 8 as well.
Okay.
There's some things that I really liked. There's some things that I felt like could have been different. And there's some things I feel like could have just been left out. But, I mean, I guess that's to be expected when the movie's 4 hours long.
Yes. So, if you guys don't know, let's give it a little bit of history for our fans. The Zack Snyder cut fans. Or the DCEU fans. The movie in 2017 that released was not the original Zack Snyder cut or the original plan for Zack Snyder. WB put their fingers and tainted all over the movie, including Joss Whedon. What?
Well, I mean, that is true, but it's also because he stepped down too,
Yes.
because handle family matters.
Yes.
So I guess he really didn't have any control when he stepped down from the project itself.
Isn't that sad that they took away from him?
What do you mean, from what he had planned?
What he had planned and fine, WB wanted to take their own put their fingerprints all over everything. Mm-hmm. And then but at the same time he was dealing with, family issues at the time.
That's what happens in show
Hollywood.
business and Hollywood and media and anything that has to do with a big company. People are
Mm-hmm.
paying for this movie, so they're expecting
Presence.
they're expecting something to be coming out of the money they invested in the movie
Mm-hmm.
into the studios and stuff. So it is what it is, but we got the actual vision now.
4 years later.
Zack Snyder's vision, so let's talk about it.
Yes, let's get into it. There's a lot of things in this movie that were cut out in so many good ways, and this is a 4-hour movie that a story was actually told this time instead of just putting nonsense together and rushing a 2-hour movie.
Right.
We also have characters that actually got fleshed out, like Cyborg. Me and Melvin talked about this before, that I feel like Cyborg was probably the main character of the movie. He was actually developed to, put the mother boxes together and,
And we get a backstory on Cyborg, a little bit of a backstory instead of being thrown this dude who's obviously not happy with how he is right now with all his cyber powers, I guess you can say.
You actually get a story of why he is the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
You get an understanding of the relationship with him and Silas, his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool, watching that play out.
Yeah. He also get a little bit of insight of the way he thinks about the rest of the world, about his life and stuff like that.
It was cool when he was doing the ATM when he gave the lady all the money. It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was it was just the little things that they did, or even explaining. Remember when they were explaining the mother box, how it got to Earth or whatever, and he was saying it was Nazi. It was Nazi Germany picked it up. Or something like that. That was really cool. There was a lot of things that just got flushed out. So if we want to talk about it, The Flash, his story with his dad, he was saying how he's going to, trying to get into law school, or just, his father felt like he was wasting his time in life and, not trying to make a difference or anything like that.
And I feel I remember him saying that because in the last movie, because obviously his dad's in jail. Apparently he's been wrongly accused. And so I remember him mentioning that I was trying to go into law school or into criminal justice. But I feel that's all we got for Barry in the last movie.
Just that little scene of
right.
This is what it is. Go run with it. Yeah.
Right. We didn't get the more I guess who the type of person he is, or his goofiness. I mean, we did in the last movie, his weird jokes and stuff.
And that's the thing. We got too much goofy and not enough story
exactly
of who he is in the 2017 theatrical cut. That's the really bad part. Also seeing just the relationship with Alfred and Bruce. Mm-hmm. It was this adoptive parent. Literally, that's what it is. Alfred raised Bruce. We got to see them interact with each other, and even though Alfred watches Bruce become this more than just a superhero at this point, he's putting a team together. He's becoming a coach, I guess you could say.
Right.
And that was really nice. I think that there was a lot of things that could have been taken out from the movie too. So if you want to get into that,
yeah. So I feel like I don't know. So I was watching some reviews because I only watched the movie once, the 4-hour movie once. You watched it like 2 times?
I watched it twice now. Yeah.
And like when I was just watching it to enjoy. There wasn't a lot of things that I was nitpicking, I guess, or like pointing out in my head. But like there's some extra stuff that I feel like could have been taken out, like whenever the car crash, whenever that one chick.
You feel like that should have been taken out?
Not the whole thing, but I feel like it was just really dragged out. Like the whole thing of him being in slow mo. Isn't it like his love interest or something like that?
Iris West. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that could have been shortened. I don't know what else.
The Aquaman scene.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that.
When, like, for whatever reason, like they started singing as like the villagers. They started singing as Aquaman was going into the ocean. I mean, like,
yeah,
it was cool and all, but like at the same time, like, what was the point?
They picked up his sweater and started sniffing it.
I thought that was weird too. I mean, like, there would have been so much more. Like, if there were like translations for what they were singing or what was going on besides that, like, it would have been cool. But
I mean, obviously, I guess it was some type of chant to praise him or like his people and stuff. But yeah, it just felt out of place, I guess, just slightly.
Yeah, that it was very like. I guess you could say that scene was even dragged on.
Yeah.
In a sense. But it was cool, like, Arthur being like, well, I don't really want to be anything part of you guys. Like, I just want to do my own thing. Like, he pretty much said, like, don't be getting in my business. And I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I mean, but that also foreshadows, like, you say that with any superhero, like, they kind of don't want to be part of a team. It's just like I do this thing on my own. What else was changed within the movie?
The whole thing. Okay, so whenever, let's talk about Steppenwolf.
Mind you, this is a big... spoiler talk. This isn't.
I'll probably put it like a spoiler alert. Like,
get ready for it. So,
but the whole thing about Steppenwolf, like how he decides to build his base in somewhere in Russia. Remember how in the last one there was that Russian family?
Yes.
I'm glad they took that out because that was kind of like.
Sorry to compare. That was so Avengers bullshit.
Yeah.
That was the most Avengers thing they did to like the DC universe, and like. Yo, like Joss Whedon, suck my balls, bro, because that shit was trash. The fact that we got that part stripped from the movie is a blessing.
Yeah, because I can see what he was trying to do. He was trying to give like, oh, these are just some regular humans. How will they compare, or how will they fare against a whole freaking
army of demons?
Fucking demons, yeah. So I can see what he was trying to do, but now that it's taken out, like you can tell that it was really unnecessary, especially during the big last fight.
Yeah.
Just made everything look a little more smoother. You know what I mean with the fight.
So it was so like fluid. Wasn't it in like Chernobyl, Russia or some shit?
It
looks like it was, right?
Yeah, it looked like Chernobyl, but it was like
Steppenwolf was like, it's toxic. It's good. Like,
yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. And they kind of like make the decision of the location he picked a little bit make more sense, I guess, because the radiation, I guess that helps with like
the mother boxes
together. Yeah, and like no humans will be around, nobody will be able to bother him, and so yeah.
But Steppenwolf, like he literally, I mean, I guess you could say he was one of the main characters in the movie too. I mean,
right?
He was there to like fuck up Earth and willing to do whatever he needed to do to get back on Darkseid's
good side.
Yeah, literally. What would you have changed from the movie?
So I would have changed. Let's see here.
Besides the things that we would have cut out, I mean, I've complained about this with like any superhero movie. I feel like we don't get enough the dialogue between the main villain or we don't get a good enough development between the main villain and the main superhero.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. So let me just like compare this to like Avengers real quick. So with Thanos, like there's a motive with Thanos because obviously if you didn't watch the movie, he fucking snaps half of the world away. And so like, that's half of the Avengers. I guess you can say, there's a motive to like come back and come get at him. You know what I mean? With Steppenwolf, he's just another typical bad guy. You know what I mean? He just comes down. He's here to destroy Earth. Nobody really knows that except
Darkseid.
Except for the Justice League.
Yeah, the Justice League, yes.
So it's like the weight isn't really there, but like I feel like if there's some type of if Steppenwolf did like some other minor things to affect like the rest of like the world, and not just like him, you know, coming like whenever Superman came back, not just him coming back to like, you know, was he in that scene?
What?
With Superman, like whenever they revive him? Yeah, because the mother box. Yeah, not just him like, you know, making a mess, I guess you can say, in the city. Him actually like killing people and like stuff. Oh, I guess he was like abducting people
to
find out where the mother box is. It would have
been like more personal within like
with
let's
him.
say he went to like Gotham and just started like fucking people up or something.
Yeah, like if
tearing down buildings.
Yeah, or maybe if he killed like Lois Lane. That would have been crazy,
dude,
right?
Superman would have woke up without the mother box if he killed Lois Lane.
I guess just like a better connection between like our heroes and the main antagonist, some type of connection.
If I could speak to directors, that's the first thing I would tell them. Like, like I need to know. I mean, I said this before. Like, had Darkseid been like, Kal-El, we're coming to Earth. Like, bro, that would have made the whole movie right there. Just him saying like, you know, Kal-El would have meant everything.
Yeah.
It's cool that Diana calls him Kal-El, but nobody else really does.
Right.
But regardless of that, I mean,
and I guess maybe they might be saving that for like, you know, the future films. You know, maybe whenever they do bring in Darkseid as like the main antagonist or whatever you know, whatever happens with in the future with the DCU. Honestly, I guess that's my main thing. Like, don't get me wrong, Steppenwolf is way better in this movie than the last one.
He plays an amazing role.
Yeah, and even like visually, like his armor,
just
his
moves
face,
like as he moves.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
He's just way better. He could have been better.
He's fleshed out.
Yeah,
he's fleshed like
that too.
Of course, we didn't like we said, we just complained about him like not getting like his minor character influence or like things that could have been portrayed even more. But the fact that we got to see him like just come down as soon as the mother box awoke, he was there on Earth,
right? And
that was pretty cool. Like, that was awesome.
Yeah, and then, you know, like we said before, he had that whole thing with Darkseid. Apparently, he did something to piss Darkseid off. Yeah. So now he's trying to gain his respect back by having to conquer 50,000 worlds.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Yeah. Manzo was disappointed when he heard that number. Yeah, but to me, like, even though he heard that, he was like, all right, well, I guess got to start with one, right?
I mean, and then he literally, like, I guess you could say he got lucky. He got the mother box, you know? And he found the anti-life equation.
That too. Right.
That is, like, that's numbers right there. Darkseid was literally like, all right, bet. Like, let's do it.
And then
it
was, now that I remember, like, once he found that out, the anti-life equation, that's when Darkseid was like, all right, I'll bring you back on. Just conquer this world for me real quick and you'll be good.
bring me the boxes, bro.
For
and
real.
We're good.
And you're good.
But of course, that didn't happen. Spoiler alert. He gets his shit chopped by Wonder Woman, and it was amazing. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I love how Darkseid just stepped on his head.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been better if he's like squished it. Oh, like the blood just like came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some cool things that were in the movie besides Martian Manhunter.
Oh.
Yeah. Martian Manhunter looks fucking amazing. He was good. That's one thing I wish we could have changed. We needed to put him in the fighting scene. Like, if we would have just thrown him in there somehow, like, that would have been amazing. I think there's more for him to come, hopefully. But yeah.
It was like whenever he transformed into what's her name?
Martha.
Mm-hmm. And like Martha was like, you know, came to visit Lois, telling her, okay, you're mourning, but we still need you back in the world. Earth, yeah, you know, come back. And then, you know, that was just basically, Manhunter saying that you're playing an important role. You don't know it yet. Dude, you're here already. You already know what's going on. Why aren't you helping the rest of the dudes?
Just help the Justice League. Dude, I would have pulled up on the freaking, like, plane with them, like the Flying Fox or whatever it's called. But, dude, that's what I would have done. But these, I don't know. Like, there's just so much more it could have been from him, like, besides, you know.
Honestly, if he was there, I don't think they would have needed Superman. You think?
Honestly, no, I don't think. They would have needed Superman to pull the mother boxes apart.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
That's what Superman would have been there for.
You're right. Yeah.
But I mean, that's a good thing that like we didn't get Martian Manhunter's full potential. Like it was cool seeing him use his power from like shape shifting, but at the same time, like we didn't get to see him. We got to see him fly. It would have been cool if we got to see him like shape shift into like the actual aliens that he is, or the like just using his super strength or like telekinesis.
Or he could have been like a what are they called? The demons?
The parademon?
The parademon. He could have transformed into one, been undercover or something like that.
Sick. Oh my god.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah. What else is there?
But what else? Okay. Let's talk about the whole like premonition and dreams weekend.
This is the good
dream
stuff
sequence.
right here.
Yeah. First of all, how did you feel about it?
I'm happy we got to see it. I wish like we could have got a little bit. I watched it again. I watched the premonition today or the epilogue today. I wish we could have got a little bit more like dialogue between the other four characters. It was Mara, Deathstroke, the Joker, and the Flash and Cyborg.
Yeah.
Between the other three characters that were there. Had they all got their like a little bit more dialogue, it would have been that much better. Like, have we seen like Deathstroke pull a gun on Superman or something like something simple like that would have been nice.
Yeah. Deathstroke. I haven't even mentioned Deathstroke yet.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Oh, yeah, it looks so good, man.
He looks so cool. He looks so similar to like the games.
The Arkham Origins.
Yeah. He looks awesome, bro.
You know who I'm not sold on yet?
Who?
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, you were just trying to say that.
You know who Zack Snyder wanted to cast as Lex Luthor?
Who?
Adam Driver. Harrison Ford.
Oh,
yeah, he wanted him to be Lex Luthor.
Oh, that would have been pretty good. What the hell?
You know how I'm gonna be sold on Lex Luthor? If they bulk him up. If they bulk him up and make him like a little bit more, if they make him taller somehow, we could do this. We can make it work.
Yeah, Jesse, what's his name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, you need to freaking bulk up, bro.
Yeah,
you got the money, bro.
You got the money to do it. Get your personal trainer, because if you're gonna be fighting Henry Cavill, then you need to bulk the hell up. And that little Kryptonian suit that you're gonna fight him with in the future is not gonna help you if you don't have no gains. So let's get to it, bro. What else is there, Melvin? Oh, the epilogue scene in general.
Yeah. That whole epilogue scene, I think it was cool.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see. We finally got to see Batman and Joker
have their intimate scene in this universe. And that was
awesome.
Yes.
It was got a little like
dark.
Yeah, dark in between them, know.
I mean, that's DC's like whole point. I mean, that's their tone.
Yeah.
But even this shit got even darker between them two.
Yeah. So, and it's like at this point, obviously, the world is already like kind of torn to shit. Like
it's apocalypse now. That's what it
like is. Batman is on his last straw with Joker. Like he's like, obviously you'll see like in other renditions, like he's like trying to do as much as he can to not kill the Joker, because that's just not what he wants to do. In this scene, he looks just about ready to break his fucking neck.
Yeah, I think there was so much that got intimate like between them two, knowing like the Joker even said, "Yo, like you lost your parents, you lost your son, Joker saying those little things like tells us that there's so much like history between them two.
Yeah,
and it looks like so much fun, like
so much history, and then I feel like there's so many things that we're gonna see
in the future.
Because this version of Batman, Ben Affleck, at what age range or how long has he been Batman for?
This is what I have a problem with. Batman, dude, this Batman is technically 40.
Okay.
And that's what I have a problem with. Like, dude.
So he's already like been through like
he's been through Robins. The rings, like he's been through Robins already. He's been through the Teen Titans, like, like I don't know. I kind of have a problem with that, because I wish we could have had fine, fuck it. Batman or Ben Affleck is probably like 35 already.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't have to be, Bruce Wayne doesn't have to be 40. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have to be in his 20s or some shit. And that's what I kind of have a problem with.
Honestly, Alfred should be
like 80 or something.
80, yeah. This dude looks like he's only like 50 or 60.
Yeah, like, he doesn't look old at all.
Yeah, he looks pretty healthy for his age, I guess.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, we keep on going back and forth, but a quick thing about that epilogue scene, I just feel like it was tacked on.
Yes.
So, I mean, I liked it. You know, I like to see like something that might be something that we see in the future, but at the same time, I feel like the movie would have been good without it. You know what I mean?
And my argument to that is, had they shown that scene when Cyborg or when the Flash tapped the mother box inside the Kryptonian spaceship, that scene and inside that, you know, inside the Kryptonian spaceship, inside of Bruce's brain or some shit like that would have been awesome. Like that would have been, it didn't need to be at the end. We could have ended with like, you know, Lex Luthor meeting up with Deathstroke and then Batman or Bruce meeting up with Martian Manhunter, and that would have been cool.
Or you know what? If that was like a after credit scene, you know what I mean? Because at that point you feel like, all right, this is something completely different from the movie we just watched. You know? I feel like just having some type of space in there, or what you were saying, would have made it better. I feel like the movie would have been not necessarily better without it, but didn't need it in my opinion. It was still cool though. I'm not complaining about it. I feel like
I'm not complaining about it either. Yeah, no, you know, now that you say it more, like I guess you could say it's tacked on, but it just feels like good to see those things happen.
Yeah, like the whole thing with Lex Luthor meeting up with Deathstroke, that's fine because I guess that kind of makes sense, you know. But I don't know. It's just like a whole different situation that we just like get a sneak peek of, and to me it just didn't mix well with the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I want more of. Moving forward, I hope we get more of Lex Luthor in a good way. I hope that like this all fleshes out the right way. I hope that we get a lot more from this movie or from you know, Zack Snyder.
And like it's not because like it's Jesse Eisenberg. Like, okay, maybe it's not the best casting.
Yeah.
But he's still a good actor. I feel like he can do.
Yeah, he is a good actor. Yes,
I feel like, you know, with the right direction, giving him the right direction, and then him also, you know,
one thing
taking it in his own hands, he can do it.
You know, I keep on telling you to watch the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Yeah.
In that movie, Lex Luthor is very witty. Like Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor.
Well, like every rendition I see of Lex Luthor, like in the cart, he's witty. Yeah, he's like he's kind of an asshole, and like I guess you can say he's kind of like that in the movies too. But in you know in the DCU is like, just different.
One thing that like the reason I have trouble comparing them is because when I watch like, you remember the old animated Superman?
I think so. Yeah,
he was like very like stern, but he was still an asshole.
Yeah.
And this in the Snyder Cut, we see Jesse Eisenberg an asshole but witty, and like I wish we could get stern and witty together, like versus you know stern and an asshole, or you know I just want stern and witty together, and I'll take that. I'll accept.
Yeah. Okay, so that's basically like the story and like the content of the movie. What about like the visuals?
I said mine was that last shot of Batman on the Bat Tank. That was amazing to me. That's probably one of my favorite scenes. Like,
so yeah, I think the visuals were awesome. I feel like I was watching like a comparison thing, like in the original theatrical cut. Yeah, like that last fight, everything was red.
What was, dude? You know what? You know what else? The dome that Steppenwolf created.
Yeah,
it was like white.
Yeah, I feel like. Am I wrong? But like, weren't they in like a spaceship or something like that? What? That last fight, or like,
it looks like they were, but I think it was just the
like the location looks completely different.
It does,
right?
It does look different, yeah.
And then so like yeah, speaking of that red thing, like in the theatrical cut and the Snyder cut, it's like blue. It's a little bit more darker. It makes a little bit more sense.
It's just so clean.
I mean, the whole movie is pretty dark, which I don't mind. I feel like it adds to the vibe that the movie gives off, that the whole DCU kind of gives off.
Not that it's bad.
No, it's good.
I'm happy with it. Let's do it.
It's more serious. It brings a more serious tone. The CG, I'm kind of iffy about at some points. Like Cyborg looks good. I mean, I've heard people complain about like his 4 arms things. I think that looks pretty awesome. It does
I
like
have a problem with the way he walks.
the way he walks.
Yeah, it was very like they made him look like a bionicle. It was like very like penguin-y, I guess you could say.
I guess yeah.
But
I guess you can see
regardless of
that.
that, like this is his new body. He's probably learning how to walk or something.
Yeah, he doesn't get out much, obviously.
Yeah, but
Mans is always just flying somewhere. So
Yes.
I mean, if I could fly, I wouldn't walk anywhere either. There's some parts where so the whole scene. What's the name of I felt like I asked you this already, but the name of the place where the Amazons are from.
Themyscira.
Themyscira?
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh yeah, I remember you said this.
I feel like they could have filmed on location for that. Cause like, okay, the temple, being destroyed.
That would have
like,
had to been CG.
That had to been CG. There's no way
Yes.
they're gonna do that practically. But I feel like if they would have just found some random hillside somewhere in Iceland, I guess, since it doesn't necessarily have to be, or just somewhere.
Yeah.
On location, maybe a little green screen to help with the CGI, make it all blend in. Mm-hmm. I feel like with that, it would have looked 10 times better. But like the background just looks too CGI at some points. Like it feels like the people in the background just look too CGI. They look too fake to me. Mm-hmm. But like I guess you can, if you don't really pay attention, especially that one sequence whenever they're like passing the mother box back and forth.
Yeah.
Like you can't really tell, I guess, because everything's moving so fast. Mm-hmm. But there's just some points where it's like a wide angle or like you just see things in the background. It just looks too fake to me. I feel like that could have been done a little bit better. That's really my main complaint. Like everybody, like I said, Cyborg looks awesome. Martian Manhunter looked awesome.
Martian Manhunter.
And then the black suit for Superman, dude.
Oh.
The stealth black, bro. That shit was clean.
Oh shit. Yes. Black suit Superman is like that shit hits different.
Yeah.
That shit hits different. It's the little things like, okay, so when we did this in the first take, Melvin asked me about like how am I looking at the movie? I'm looking at it from a complete like fanboy of DC, okay? And pretty much I feel like the movie did its justice. Zack Snyder did his justice of it. I got to see Martian Manhunter. I got to see the Joker and Batman, want to kill each other in a awesome character. It was very dramatic. It was very on point with the comic books. They got into each other personally. Batman talking about Harley Quinn, Joker talking about his parents and Jason Todd. It was awesome. Did I say Martian Manhunter already?
I don't know, but just
whatever. Yeah, we got Black Suit Superman. It was those little things that we got to see that meant so much to me, as a fan. Like I said at the very beginning of the video, if we got to hear Darkseid say, "We're coming to Earth, Kal-El," that shit would have been it for me right there.
Yeah, just one of them mentioning his name, Kal-El, that would have been like, oh shit.
It would have been done.
I would have added a little something there.
Yes.
And like you saying that, yeah, I'm watching it at a perspective like I just like movies. I just want to watch a good movie. And I mean, it's just coincidental that Batman's like probably my favorite superhero or hero, whatever you want to call him. My favorite, like to this day, my favorite like superhero project or like trilogy is the Dark Knight trilogy. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's like my favorite thing ever. And like I just wanted a good movie. Mm-hmm. That's just really it. I watched Justice League as a kid, the cartoon, so I had some knowledge of it. I knew, obviously who Wonder Woman was, who the Flash and Aquaman. So I was excited to see, what the original idea was going to be, because that last movie, I'm going to be quite honest.
Dog shit.
I fell asleep through half of it. I didn't really care for it. So I was excited. And I'm happy with what I got, really.
And you, dude, even think about it. We got to see Lex Luthor and Deathstroke talking.
Deathstroke, bro.
Thought that we would ever see that. We got to see the Green Lantern, and Darkseid tried to grab.
Yeah, I like that. I like that he was like,
he was like, oh, give it back.
For real, he was like, nah, bro, you're not getting this.
Yeah, you're not worthy of it.
You're not worthy.
Even this Darkseid scene, like.
Oh yeah, when you get to see like whatever dimension or planet he's on, like his whole army and all that was cool, dude.
Like, you get to see Desaad, Granny Goodness.
Yeah,
like, those little things just mean so much. Like even like this shot right here too. when dude. Oh, you remember when the Batmobile blows up, and then like Batman's in the air or whatever, and like he pulls the chute, right?
Yeah.
Well, like he pulls on the grapple gun.
Yeah.
The grapple gun. And then, like, you know, he does, like, those little Batman moves, like, that you see in Arkham Knight or something like that.
No, yeah. Yeah, I just got done playing through the whole Arkham movie games. Not movie. All those movies. So, like, seeing, you know, Batman use his gadgets and all his, you know, his cars and stuff is just, like, it's cool to see. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, Batman's probably my favorite thing out of DC and Marvel.
It's just amazing. Like, Black Suit Superman is awesome. Like, I love looking at these pictures.
Dude, you know what I love?
What?
The score.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what was annoying to me?
What?
Wonder Woman's soundtrack.
Really?
I didn't
it was because it was so 300. I mean,
you know who directed 300, right?
Zack Snyder. Yeah. So I can definitely see his influence from like 300 when he did that and putting into this movie, like a lot of slow-mo. Yeah. Okay, that's something else. I feel like there's a lot of slow-mo in parts of that really didn't need it. Or I just feel like it was overdone.
Like Wonder Woman when she was saving the kids at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah, it was a little overdone then too. Yeah. That sequence was really cool though. No, especially, dude, whenever she was like blocking all the bullets.
Can I tell you something? You know what I hate? What? How she like runs, like how she maneuvers. I don't like that.
Oh, how she's like zooms.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like I've never seen Wonder Woman do that. But
whatever. It was cool though.
It's cool. Yeah, I'm not complaining. Like,
so, quick question. So the dude who wanted to blow up,
is that a real character?
Oh, well, I'm like that, but like, what was he connected with Darkseid? Like, did he want? Like, what was the whole whole?
That was just like a
thing that happened
for Wonder Woman to like put her in the movie.
Oh, okay. So it's just like her thing that was going on there. Okay. Yeah, that was a cool.
I guess she like lives in London or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, so like, you know, we could talk about this, like Barry Allen, his running technique.
He looks so goofy.
Yeah, he looks goofy as shit. But I think it's part of the Speed Force or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's, you know, hopefully we get the Flashpoint paradox out of this. We'll probably learn something about that, and you know,
Reverse Flash.
Yeah, we're gonna get Reverse Flash. You know.
Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend, and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed so it'd seem like you nutted at just a woman's touch.
No, honestly, like even if you're not a DC fan or not, you should honestly just watch the movie. Yeah. I feel like it's worth the 4 hours. If it's gonna be 4 hours, you know, it has to be good. It has to be worth your while, you know.
You need to, I'm going into advice because, like I said, I'm a DC fan. Like, this is my shit. You know what I'm saying? But now that I have this, like, I'm most definitely gonna be watching even more. But go into it with an open mind. I mean, if you don't like it, then so what? You don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like the first part of it, then you don't. Whatever. You can turn it off. So what? You know. At least just give it a try.
It's like a super extended cut of the 2017 release, but just 10 times better. And I'm not a fan, bro. I'm not a diehard fan, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
I'm just watching it because I wanted a good movie. I wanted some action. I wanted some good story, and we got that.
The movie was awesome.
So again, I say 8 out of 10 for sure.
Oh yes.
I've seen people like try to compare it to like Endgame and something like that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like me personally, I liked Endgame like a smidget better.
Yeah.
Just like a smidget. Like even though. Like, I guess I could rate Endgame like an 8.5 or something like that because, like I said, I'm not a fanboy, but I did enjoy the movie.
I think I'm not going to compare it to the Avengers at all yet because wait till we get Justice League Part 2. Wait till we get Justice League Part 3.
Okay. Actually, now that you're saying that, yeah. If this trend is gonna stay, I think it's well on its way to be.
Restore the Snyderverse. With that being said, we have Man of Steel. We get Justice League. You know, the Zack Snyder cut.
Yeah.
We get Justice League Part 2. Man of Steel 2. We get matter of fact, we get the Suicide Squad that was actually supposed to come out.
Oh.
See? We get the David Ayer cut. We get, what else, guys? I mean, there's more to come. We get hopefully, best case scenario, we get Batman, not the Killing Joke. What is it called? Death in the Family, where, you know, Batman tries to go save Jason Todd, but that's not what happened. Or Batman Red Hood. Sorry about that. So hopefully we get those movies.
Yeah.
So
now that you're saying that, like, yeah, okay. Movie wise, I feel like they're about the same, but like what's to come, I feel like it's gonna be good.
If we keep Zack Snyder there with the same intent of like or content that we're getting right now, we're most definitely gonna see a surplus in DC fandom. Like hopefully, but all right, guys. With that being said, we're gonna cut it. 8 out of 10 for me. Please go watch the Snyder Cut. Restore the Snyder Cut. There's more to come.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Kenny the Little Spoon. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kenny the Little Spoon. Follow the Dirty Garage on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. And the Instagram too at the Dirty Garage.
Follow us. Link in the description. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and ring the bell, bro. Because we don't
your post notifications, bro.
Yeah, because we don't upload often. We want to, so make sure you stay notified on when we do upload a video on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
So you can watch it and tell us how we're doing. Let us know what you think of the Snyder Cut.
Yes,
are you gonna watch
comments,
it?
Please.
Yes, sir.
All right, T2IL. Thank you guys. Bye.